Hello. How is... Scoot the chair over, actually. How is everyone? I am alright. I had to deal with some issues at work on Wednesday, so there was absolutely no way I could stream. I mean, I could have streamed if I actually did what I my normal time, but I would have only been able to stream like maybe an hour, and that would be about it. So today works much better for me. I mean, if it didn't, I would not be streaming right now. I don't think there's much to talk about, actually. I had to do things this morning. I had to go drop stuff off at the thrift store that I've been putting off for a while. I had a lot to drop off. I say a lot, and it was a bag. It was like 2 trash bags full of stuff. So not a terrible amount. And then I had to go to the bank. And then what else was I doing? Oh, I was doing stuff for art. I was setting things up for tomorrow. And I'm still not done with that, but it will be a later issue. What else? Oh, if you didn't see, I did start doing trading for a shiny Alolan Rattata again. I had to stop for a while. My hands were starting to hurt from all the button mashing and scrolling on my phone. My hands were starting to hurt. So I had to stop for a while, but I started back up. Still haven't gotten it. I almost hit 3,000 trades, which is still under odds, but I was hoping I was not gonna hit odds. I definitely don't want to go over odds, but at this rate, I probably will. What else? There was something else. Oh. What are everyone's plans for the summer? I think school's out, school's getting out this week, something like that. So, any big plans for the summer? I know what I want to do, but I don't know if I'll get it. But I do kind of want to read a little more over the summer. That does mean I have to bring books and stuff with me to work, but that is not a huge deal. But those are my only plans. Oh, I also took a half day. I'm going to take a half day in June, so that will be nice to have. But otherwise, there's no plans. No plans here. Oh, wait, no. There is plans. We're also gonna go watch the new Jurassic World movie. That comes out July 2nd. It actually looks, like, visually, it looks stunning. Story-wise, it's probably gonna be not as bad. Like, some stories have been good. The last 2 Jurassic World stories have been god-awful. But story-wise, it seems like it could be interesting. So we'll have to go see. I don't expect much, though. But that's exciting. And speaking of things coming out in July, Fields of Mystery is getting its next major update. And it all looks really good. But the thing I'm like really looking forward to is larger chests. I was talking to my brother about it. I was like, I hope in one of these latest updates they finally make bigger chests. I would like not having like 15 chests all over my farm. And then a day later, 2 days later, showed off the roadmap and larger chests were on it. I was excited. But I think that is it. I don't think there's much to talk about. I do kind of want to try to get Fritz's bad ending today, but I don't think we're very far. Where are we? We're only in chapter 4, and there's 10 chapters. We're not getting there. I do have things I have to do in like 2 hours. So, I mean, I also don't stream this game for 2 hours. It's not one of those games. You can stream for 2 hiccups. 2 hours. But we can... Why do you always do this? What's wrong with this game? Well, you're really freaking out now. Just... Where's the delete button? No. Why is it doing this? Why are you just the worst? Are you gonna freak out again? Sometimes. I have absolutely no idea what the issue ever is. I don't know why it's been this game for the last few streams too. Whatever. Dumb things. Did I not just say... I didn't want to overwrite anything. Not that I needed to. Not that it matters. I just opened it. Okay. Music's working for you guys. Return. What was happening? I think last time was, we were running away from the merchant for some reason. I don't remember what the reason was. It was a dumb reason though. But there's a bird outside that's squawking. But it reminded me I got to see a blue jay a few days ago. That was cool. It was sitting on the fence. I don't see blue jays often. And then I accidentally scared a squirrel and a pigeon today when I was closing the window. Squirrels and pigeons are not rare, but I don't see them just chilling together on the ground. I guess actually, give me a sec, because this game is not that intensive. I can actually shiny hunt the Alola Rattata while we're doing this. Let's see if we get lucky while we play. If only it wasn't a trade, we could have named it, but I don't have any other names for Rattata and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. We look up and notice Karma and Waltz running towards us. Here comes the cavalry. Late as expected. Waltz looks winded, but does not stop him from glaring at me. Don't ever do that again. And what is happening here, You two look awfully suspicious hanging out in an alleyway. None of your business. I am surprised. Oh yeah, we just met, Varg, that's right. I am surprised when Delora takes my arm and pulls me away from Waltz and Karma. Where are you going? Mysteries are afoot, kid, and we're not going to solve any of them by waiting around at the merchant for Parfait to return from her business. I wonder if Delora knows Waltz is a witch too, and a much more powerful witch at that. Because she acts a lot of the time around him like he's just some random kid. Where are you taking the princess and why? That's a good question. Delora, we all decided that the merchant is the safest place the princess can be. Technically, the princess is safest wherever either Parfait and I can keep an eye on her, and now we have an excuse for the princess to be somewhere else. She speaks as if I am a child to be babysat. I've got some questions that need answering, and I'm going to need the princess to get them solved, I think. Yeah. Besides, she's directly involved in some mess, and she wants answers too. Something seems off about this whole thing. Sorry to say, but your opinions on this matter are irrelevant. Let's go, Lucetta. Delora, the solemn expression on Walter's face is foreign to me. There is darkness in his eyes, a warning. I trust you. As you should. Delora nods and then turns back to me. We'll be in touch. Let me know when Parfait gets back. Our trip back to Fritz's home is silent. Delora has reverted to her doll form. I hold her close to my chest. Both of us are quiet, and I am lost in my own thought. I never thought about it until just now, but when Delora is in her doll form, is she like hard like a porcelain doll, or would she be soft like a fabric doll? Because I don't know which one would be weirder, if my witch friend became a solid object that could shatter easily, or if hello bug, or if she's squishy. I don't really like either option. I wonder what questions Delora has that I could possibly help with her. Delora, princess, we speak at the same time. All right, you first. Or not, I'll go first then. I wanted to apologize. Don't look so surprised. I can admit when I am wrong. There's a lesson you need to learn too. That's a lesson you need to learn too, but that's for another day. I know you've been working to break the curse, and I know you've been putting a lot of effort into it, and I know why it would be difficult for you to accomplish 3 good deeds. I want you to know that I do want you to succeed, princess. Most of the time, it doesn't feel that way. I'm sorry. I wouldn't have cursed you if I didn't think you were capable of overcoming it, Lucetta. I truly believe you will break your curse. We turn onto the path that leads to Fritz's home. I pause to squint at the oddly shaped shadow by the doorway. I quickly slip off the road and behind the nearest obstacle. It's dark, but is that Delora has not seen what I have. She keeps talking. More to the point, you must break your curse. It's vital that you do as soon as possible. There's a very good reason why I slap my hand over her mouth to muffle her. I've only just managed to hide her when the shadow moves. The moonlight glints off his mask for just an instant, but it is enough. It's Varg. He starts to turn in my direction. I don't remember what we chose, but let's stay still. I froze in place. There's no one here. Look away. Look away. Delora is still struggling in my arms. I do my best to still her with my hands. If she gets caught, and then, as if by magic, the clouds move, obscuring the light of the moon. An inky black, almost unnatural shadow falls over me. After a heartbeat, he turns away from me. I watch as he slips around the side of Fritz's home and disappears from sight. I run back to the plaza but Waltz and Karma are no longer there. That's just a dumb thing to say. They're not gonna just stand around in an alleyway all night. They have other things to do. What do I do now? Not even a thank you? Delora pops her head out of my pocket, shaking out her hair. I just moved some clouds and played with some shadows to keep us hidden from a crazed, masked man, but I do that all the time. That was you? Well, it wasn't the wind. I have no idea she had such power. She's powerful enough to move the elements, but not powerful enough to make a portal. I'm powerful, but not that powerful. Well, hello there. I whirl around, once again, keeping my hands over Delora to hide her from sight. If it isn't the crown princess herself, surely good princesses shouldn't be out on their own at this time of night. But then, you're not all that good, are you? Good girls do what they're told and stay in one place, but you're not one for letting people keep you rooted in place, are you? Do you have any idea how long I've been looking for you? Where are my manners? I haven't introduced myself. He sweeps into a deep, elegant bow. I'm Varg, Sir Alacaster's humble servant. He's told me about your issues. He's asked me to keep an eye on you, make sure you're safe. I already have a personal knight. Oh, could have fooled me. Haven't seen him around, have you? Fritz. Looks like he's slacking off to me. Fritz is not slacking off, he's just under the influence of an extremely potent sleeping potion and is unable to wake up. All so we could sneak out. This is my fault. A crown princess shouldn't have to make excuses for her knight, don't you think? Sounds like he's pretty incapable. Varg approaches, then holds out his arm. I'll escort you back. I stare at his arm, but do not take it. Varg tips his head to the side. I cannot read his expression through his mask. Don't you trust me, princess? No. What were you expecting? Wasn't expecting you to be honest. I thought princesses were meant to be shy and sweet all the time. Like Emily. I am not Emily, so I'm learning. Varg reaches out and grabs my hand. He places it in the crook of his arm with a smug smile. Let's go. I can do nothing but follow as he forces me along. I do not appreciate being dragged. And I don't like waiting around for something that's not going to happen. This is for your own safety, princess. He flashes an almost predatory smile at me, his teeth startlingly bright in the darkness. He says he is meant to keep me safe, but I feel like he's going to devour me. I am still shaking when I return to my room. I've already heard Varg leave the house, but I'm not convinced the lock on the front door will keep him out. Well, that was exciting. Are you all right? I cannot show weakness, not now, not ever. I'm fine. I never knew there was a back door to this place. Pretty convenient for sneaking past your guard dog, isn't it? Wonder how Varg knew that door existed. Hey, chin up. You did well back there. I froze. I did nothing. I was useless. There's nothing you could have done. He's already seen to be an accomplished tracker. But nothing, if anything. It was my fault for not being able to protect you. I don't know why I'm so afraid of Varg. He works for Sir Alacaster. He wouldn't hurt me. She has that look again. Is it because of her suspicion of Sir Alacaster, or because she suspects that Varg is serving the witches? Alacaster mentioned Sir Mythos before, but I have no idea how he plays into any of this. No point worrying about it now. We're not going to get answers just by staring at the wall. Might as well get some sleep. What aren't you telling me, Delora? An awful lot, Lucetta. And I'm not going to tell you anything until tomorrow morning, so go to bed. I do not think I'll be able to sleep tonight unless... Delora? Yes? It is strange, because I had thought that I've outgrown this tendency, but I used to do it all the time. Could I hold you until I fall asleep? I think I see a glimmer of a smile on Delora's face. Of course. See, this scene makes it seem like she's a soft doll. But I don't know if I would want my human witch companion to be a soft squish doll. I grab Delora and hold her against my chest. Her weight and shape are familiar and comforting. When I was in the palace, I hugged my doll. It made me feel like I wasn't alone. Sweet dreams, Lucetta. Oops, my queen. That voice, it's familiar. Faint. And the traitor approaches. The temnebrium grows weak. Mother, you will prevail. You are far stronger, far more beautiful. Enough. My beauty is irrelevant. The tide of war is turning. We must consider our options. But your majesty, if I must wait for my revenge, then I will. What will you do? As my queen commands, my faithful student, you will be rewarded for your loyalty. And the traitor will be damned for his betrayal. Believe in me, believe in us. We will be victorious. The humans and the traitors will pay. I sit up in bed, my heart pounding. I can't remember. The details of the dream are already fading from my mind, but the dream still hangs in my chest like a dark, heavy cloud. It must have been a nightmare. Princess? I turn and see Fritz standing in the doorway, his eyes filled with concern. I didn't mean to. I heard you and I... Are you okay? Fritz. Maybe it is the stress of what's happening with Varg. Maybe it is the nightmare I just woke up from. Or maybe it is the relief of seeing a familiar face. But suddenly there are tears in my eyes. Princess. Fritz. And then suddenly, Fritz's arms are around me and I'm pressed close to his warm chest. I can hear his heartbeat. Do you want to talk about it? Nope. I do not. I understand. I won't ask. I'm too overwhelmed to speak, but I managed a small nod against his shoulder. You know, princess, I'm glad I could comfort you this time, even if I never able to before. How did you know I had a nightmare? It was on my night patrols. Sometimes I would pass by your door and hear you. You never said anything. What was he gonna do? Come up to the door during patrol, knock, and say, hey, you okay in there, princess, that does not care for my company right now? Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. Fritz runs his hand through my hair, his touch gentle and comforting. It was never my business, personal night or not. I figured if you ever needed to tell anyone, I'd be there for you. Yummy eating cat fuzz. That's what I want. I only know time is passing because of the shifting shadows in my room. And it's too soon. The room brightens. Too soon the room brightens with the dawn of a new day. I feel safe. I have forgotten Delora was with me, but now she squirms subtly in my grasp. A small flutter of motion that does not even catch Fritz's eyes. When Fritz moves away, I quickly hide Delora behind me. Why are you smiling at me like that? It's just nice to know that some things don't change. What? Oh, princess, you don't have any of the tea I served yesterday, did you? The tea that we slipped the potion into. Now that he brought it up, I have no idea what to say. I manage a weak shrug of my shoulders and shake my head, telling him I did not. You really should try it sometimes. I haven't slept so well in a long time. I feel remarkably refreshed. I feel Delora shaking behind me, and I can tell that she's trying not to laugh. I pinch her arm. Sure. Let's he lets go of me and stands up. Speaking of tea, it's actually time for breakfast. But we'll pass on the tea today. Yeah, because that was the sentence. Did I ever tell you about the best bakery in Angelia? No, I think you told me about the best baker. Oh, but princess, they're two different things. There are all kinds of shops in the town plaza. Two different things. The baker makes the best croissants. And the bakery, well, I'll show you. But first, I'll let you get changed. Hey, princess. Fritz might be fine, but his father is clearly not. Be careful today. Are you not coming with us? I'm going to stay here and see what I can dig up when no one else is looking. Lucetta, I have heard her say my name I've never heard her say my name so seriously before. I mean it. Be careful and stay safe. If Ark shows up when we're not here, you too, Delora, be careful. Much to my surprise, she sinks into a polite curtsy, as the princess commands. Chapter 5. Technically, we're halfway done because we started chapter 5, but a week has passed and my days have been uneventful. I spend most of my time with Fritz, who shows me around Angelia every day he is able to. Most of the time, I actively try to keep him out of the house so that Delora can continue her investigation. Apparently, this is the only way she will let me help. At least she promised she'd tell me everything tonight. Well, this is a little hard to explain, but Alacaster is hiding something. No duh. I already knew that. You didn't let me finish. When I say something, I mean everything. There's no clues here. Wait, before you throw the pillow at me, I really do have to tell you something. I know how Varg knew we'd left to go back to the merchant. Somebody put wards on this house. That somebody is alerted whenever someone crosses the threshold in and out of this place. Is that person a witch? Could be a fairy, but considering the circumstances, I'll put my money on a witch. Do you think Varg put up those wards? He's working for the witches, but I don't think he has the ability to put up the wards. The wards are nothing I've ever seen. They're like fine silk threads all around the house, like a cobweb. Like a cobweb, not cobble. It's not a dirt string. A dirt string would be just the worst. Right, but you know what else I found? The web's not as strong around the back door, the door Varg took us through. That means we have a way out that will allow us to leave without Varg being notified. I do not think he will appear unless the witch who put the webs around the house find out I'm gone. How do we know the witch won't be alerted if we use that door? Only one way to find out. That is true. I lean against the wall of the alleyway where I agreed to meet with Delora and catch my breath. Can't believe that worked. She sent me out first, promising she would catch up with me once she made sure the witch wasn't going to come to the house when I left. Fritz said that he was tired from all the training he had done earlier in that day and retired to bed early. That worked in our favor and made it easier for us to leave the house. She is taking longer than I thought she would. Has she been found out? I step away from the wall when I hear footsteps. Delora? What have I told you about wandering off? Suddenly, Varg is standing before me with a snide smile on his face. How did he know? Delora said he couldn't be a witch that put up the wards. Let's back away. And let's actually save. Almost unconsciously, I take a step back from Varg. My back hits the wall behind me. Are you afraid of me? I see you're a smart, sheltered princess, aren't you? You should be afraid of me. Poor little arrogant princess. If only you knew what was in store for you. Now is not the time to be a coward. Why don't you tell me then? Varg throws his head back and laughs. You are always a surprise, aren't you? Well, I'll tell you if you ask very nicely. Varg moves forward so close I can nearly feel his breath on my neck. What is he doing? He's far too close. I like that look on your face, princess. It suits you perfectly. Come on, I'm waiting, princess. Or do I overwhelm you? You have no right to tell me what to do. Varg slams his hand against the wall, effectively caging me in. He leans down towards me, his smile predatory, but I do not flinch away. And here, I thought you were just a scared little girl. Do you have a backbone after all? You're interesting, princess, and a lot more fun than I thought you'd be. Excuse me. As thanks for the entertainment, I'll share a little something with you. Alacaster doesn't want you safe because he's a good man. The type of man he is doesn't have a heart. That man won't do anything that won't benefit him in the future. What you mean? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Who? Wait, is this someone Sir Mythos? Varg's eerie smile stretches further across his face. Oh, so you can think for yourself. What does Sir Mythos want? A lot of things. Ask me again when you can be more specific. Now, why don't you enlighten me? What's a good girl like you doing out at this time of night? I needed some air. Is that so? Well, I'm sure you've had quite enough, so... Varg pulls back from me the moment the footsteps sound. He swivels on the spot and his body tense. I feel a hand on his shoulder and realize blatantly that it is not Varg. I am pulled away from his grasp. Waltz? Quickly. I don't remember Waltz being here. What? Varg is cut off at... Oh, that's right. As he defends himself, when a sword suddenly strikes at his direction. I would keep your eyes on me, scoundrel, unless you do not fear being skewered. That man, He was the one who was with Waltz when I was chased down the streets. His features are familiar. Is that Karma? Come on, Lucetta, but we need to get you back to the Martian. You're not going anywhere, princess. Try as you might, you're not getting through me. I have to fight you clowns? Don't make me laugh. I see Varg lift his cane, but Waltz pulls me around the corner before I can see what happens next. What just happened? Did Varg... I turn around to check, but Waltz keeps pulling me forward. I have barely even stepped into the Martian before Delora pulls me into a hug. Thank goodness you're safe. Delora, Karma is still... Waltz pauses in surprise as the intense light erupts in the middle of the Martian. For a few moments, I'm struck blind. As the light begins to fade, I see Parfait. Her expression is grim as she holds on to the man who helped us earlier. Waltz, please get Rumple right away. Right away, Lady Parfait. Together, we carefully set him down on the sofa. Now that I can see the injured man more closely, I came to the conclusion that I was right earlier. Karma. Parfait, what are you doing using that teleportation spell? You know what it could do to your body. It was his cane. It was enchanted and I didn't think. Parfait shifts on her feet before losing her balance and stumbling backwards. Delora catches her before she can fall. I didn't have a choice. He would have killed him otherwise. I was right then. I should have gone. What's all the noise? The instant Rumple sees Karma, his puzzled expression sharpens into something more serious. Rumple strides forward with a confidence I did not expect. I need hot water and the bag Annie's keeps in the kitchen. I'll grab it for you. Who is this man, and what has he done with Rumple? Rumple recovered one of his journal entries the other day. He's remembered that he's a doctor. That doesn't really explain why his entire demeanor has changed, but I suppose that's not important right now. I'm so glad you're safe, princess. I've never seen Parfait look so tired. Parfait, are you hurt? Don't worry about me, princess. I'll be fine. Like any of us are going to believe that. I have so many questions for the two of them, and I have no idea where to start. My brain feels like a scrambled board full of puzzle pieces that won't fit together. Oh, don't fuss. I really am fine. What's going on? Delora. Oops. Why don't you get the princess something to drink? I'll come join you shortly. Delora sets a mug down in front of me before taking a seat behind me. Chocolate, hot and sweet. I raided the pantry for you. It smells exactly like something I had in the palace. I did not know there was chocolate here. Annie thinks she can hide it from us, but she can't. Will Karma be alright? Rumple is apparently a renowned doctor. Karma will be fine. Okay. We just went through 50 trades. Do you think we got a shiny Rat-a-tat? No. Reset. If I thought about actually doing these this reset while I was playing this, I would have set up the Switch so you guys could see it too. But I didn't think about it until we were actually streaming. Whoops, sorry. Maybe next time, if I still need to reset. I don't know how this happened. It was just meant to be a simple test, but now Karma and Parfait are hurt because of Varg. They shouldn't have come. They did not have to come for me. But they came because they were worried about you. Why do these people care so much about me? What do they really want? They would not have been hurt if they did not come. I went to meet you, but when I got to the plaza, you were gone. Plaza? Yeah. I thought there might be some magic barrier barring you from me seeing you, so I ran to the merchant and asked for everyone's help. I messed up. They were hurt because I failed. The only one to blame is Varg. Are you alright? You're limping. I'll be fine. I'm just tired. Parfait takes a seat on the opposite side of the table from Delora and I. Have you told her? No, not yet. Told me what? Is this about Alacaster? No, it's about Varg. I waited a good half hour or so at the house after you left Lucetta. No one came, so I just walked out, but Fritz wasn't there. He wasn't in his room or anywhere in the house. What? But where would he have gone? Princess, Fritz is cursed. You know this. Yes. Of course, he remembered me. But what does him being cursed have to do with anything? Whenever you're with Fritz, Varg never stops by the house. In fact, I've never seen Varg in broad daylight, and I've definitely never seen Fritz and Varg together in the same place at once. I've been wondering why Varg is working for Alacaster. Then there's the fact that he wears a mask and conceals his identity. They're linking Varg and Fritz together. That's not possible. Whatever you're thinking, it's ridiculous. So is an entire kingdom forgetting they had a crowned princess. Magic works in strange and mysterious ways. But Fritz would never... It's only a theory, but it's more than possible that Fritz and Varg are the same person. Two personalities sharing one body. No. I stand and ball my hands into tight fists. You're wrong. I turn and walk away. Where are you going? Princess, we're not done talking to you. Delora, give her time. I do not go far. I just want to give myself enough space to think. Fritz and Varg are the same? It's not possible. Why would Dolores say that? Princess, Sir Mythos? Where did he come from? And how does he know who I am? Did Alacaster tell him? And Sir Mythos believed him? Let's just say your safety is a requirement for something he wants from someone. Could it be that Sir Mythos is the someone that Varg was referring to? Thank goodness you're all right. How did he know where I was? I am so sorry for my lack of foresight, Princess. None of this should have happened. I will serve you properly from now on, with complete honesty, unlike those within the margin. You shouldn't have left Fritz's home. It's too dangerous for you. Sir Mythos has not seen me since I've been cursed. So why is he talking to me as if he knows who I am? Not only that, but he knows I left Fritz's home. So you remember that I am the crowned princess, Sir Mythos. I cannot lie to you, princess. Yes, I do remember. How is that possible? I am a witch. A witch? Father would never let a witch work at the palace. I feel the cogs of my mind slowly whirling, piecing together a puzzle I cannot see in full. The witch who set an alarm on Fritz's home, the person Sir Alacaster wants a favor from, and the person he and Varg are working for. It's him? But you must believe me when I say I mean you no harm. I only want to protect you from the people in the margin. Protect me? Those in the margin have cursed you. It's unforgivable. When I heard what they did to Varg in order to abduct you. Abduct me from Varg? Who is Varg? You would not believe me if I told you the truth. I believed you when you said you were a witch. True. Forgive my assuming, princess. He takes a deep breath and looks me in the eye. Are Varg and Fritz the same person? Yes, in that they inhabit the same body. So Dolora was telling the truth, but it was necessary. Fritz was not willing to follow some of my orders that ensured your safety. Varg, however, is obedient and a more capable bodyguard. Nothing can be allowed to stand in the way of your safety, least of all a knight who was meant to protect you. Are you the one who cursed him? Yes. He said that without even batting an eye. My princess, you must believe me. Those in the margin are only lying to you, trying to keep you away from your destiny. They are the enemy. How can you know that? I do not wish to bring up uncomfortable subjects, but you must be aware of the public opinion of you. Yes, they hate me for some reason, and they want Emily to be the crown princess in my place. Sir Mythos nods, his expression solemn, but flickering with sympathy. And the merchant people have cursed you, haven't they? Such a curse keeps you from your rightful place. He is right. I believe you have been cursed because they see you as a threat to their goal, their true goal. Perhaps they meant to teach you a lesson, so to speak, but they irrationally despise you. Such people cannot be trusted. They only seek to use you and hurt you for their own pleasure. They will probably do anything in their power to keep you from breaking your curse. I cannot let that happen. I failed my queen in this once. I shall not fail you. Could that be true? Delore and Parfait are trying to balance the light and darkness in the kingdom, and the curse is meant to teach me. So, could what Sir Mythos be saying true? What he says makes sense. Not really. I mean, part of it makes sense, but the other half doesn't. Like, if we were in Lucetta's shoes, we know we got cursed because the lore wants us to be a better person. That is exactly what she's told us multiple times. Mythos is saying the opposite. They cursed us to almost as a joke because they despise us. Which is just, who would you believe? Some dude who did not tell us he was a witch until we flat out asked, who's been hiding facts about him until you straight up ask him, or the witch and fairy that have been upfront about more things than Mythos has. Obviously, we're gonna doubt him. But it can't be true, right? I don't believe you. The people at the merchant are not. Would good people curse you, even knowing how much you would suffer as a consequence? If they truly cared about you, would they curse you? Talora might be the one who cursed me, but everyone else in the margin does not think anything of it. I do not know what to think. I know this is difficult to believe coming from me, so why not ask them, princess? Ask the marching traders if they consider you a threat. Ask if they do not intend for you to suffer beneath the weight of your curse. You will learn that I did not lie. You might have not lied, but you also are not telling the full truth. I go back to the marching with dark thoughts swirling in my head. There you are. We were worried about you. All I've been doing is trying to get answers from Delora. Why is it more difficult this time? Lucetta, are you okay? Where is Parfait? Rumple and Waltz are seeing to her. The others are all in bed. Is something wrong? What can I say? How can I possibly ask them? My throat is closing up. Did you know what would happen after you curse me? Did you intend for me to suffer? Lucetta, Did she? Could Sir Mythos have been right? Anger rises up within me. Do you know how it felt to sleep out in the cold, without shoes, without food, not knowing if I would ever have a roof over my head again? Do you know what it's like for my own father to look at me and not see me as his daughter? I advance on Laura, and she shrinks back, pointedly looking away from me. You knew all this was going to happen, and still you cursed me. And you call yourself good? Princess, how could you? Lucetta, I have my reasons, very important reasons. Is it because I'm a threat to you somehow? Dolores' expression shows me that she is hiding something. She has been hiding something since the beginning. I won't put it that way. Did you curse me to teach me some sort of twisted lesson? I told you before, Princess, that the wicked were taught to be good through curses. Everything I've done is to help you. Dolores' face is pale. I can see the anxiety in her eyes, as well as the guilt. She does not need to say anything else. Dolores cursed me to hurt me. If she had wanted me to break it, she would have helped me earlier, rather than criticize my every move. All that she has succeeded in is keeping me from my birthright, and those of the merchant all agree with that statement. Lucetta, I'm serious. I really just wanted to help you. Serious? When she has done nothing to help me, the answer is obvious. Dolores does not want me to succeed. They are no different. They are the same. They are the same as everyone else. Sir Mythos was right. I cannot believe I trusted you. I thought everyone here was different. I thought you were different, but I was wrong. I turned to leave. Lucetta, wait. I make my way back to where I was earlier, making sure no one has followed me. I see that Sir Mythos stands firmly in the same place. As I draw near, I notice that his expression is concerned, his eyes gentle. Are you all right? I take a moment to assess my feelings. There's anger, but also resignation. Was I expecting him to be right all along? A rough night, huh? Where did Varg come from? I'm afraid our princess has learned the true nature of the merchant friends. I do not have to speak with everyone to know. No one in that place has any reason to help me. It's naive to think their kindness does not come with a price. Come, let us leave this place at once. Sir Mythos holds out his hand for me, but I do not take it. I instinctively take a step back. Is something wrong? Where do you intend to take me? To your rightful place. I will take you back to the palace. How? No one will believe you. And you know who I was right from the beginning. Why did you not take me back to the palace earlier? I apologize for my delay, but I was making preparations for your return. Preparations. You will find out soon enough. Can I really trust Sir Mythos? At this point, I'm not sure whom I'm supposed to trust anymore. I would rather stay with Fritz. My eyes fly to Varg, but I do not sense any of Fritz's warmth on his face. His lips slowly curl into a smile when he meets my gaze. So the princess knows, huh? Where's Fritz? Sleeping. Should I wake him up for you? I am not in the mood for jokes, Varg. I want Fritz back. You wound me, princess. You choose him over me? I can protect you better than he can. His smile becomes more malice when he sees the irritation on my face. I will be safer under Fritz's care. Oh, will you now? Because I'm confident you'll be safer under mine. Varg, do not be disrespectful to the princess. Varg scoffs, but says nothing more when Sir Mythos turns to me. Princess, it is of the utmost importance that you are kept safely away from the merchant, and the palace is the safest place I can think of. And also, your mother requires something of you. What is he talking about? Mother is dead. Tell me what it is. I cannot talk about it here. Once you return to the palace, I will tell you all that you need to know. right now. I must return to the palace to make the final arrangements. Varg will escort you to the house so that you may gather your things. At dawn, come to the palace gates. I will ensure your entrance and safety from there. Until tomorrow, princess. Sir Mythos bows to me, but does not even spare Varg a glance as he walks away. I turn to look at Varg. It is still hard to believe that he and Fritz could possibly be the same person. His hair color, posture, and personality are all so different from Fritz. How could they be the same person? Do I have something on my face? I close the distance between us with a single step. Watch yourself, princess. I bite. You do not. Excuse you? Varg looks slightly shocked by my straightforwardness, which is surprising in and of itself. There is no reason for me to be afraid of you. If this is Sir Mythos' doing, then he wouldn't let Varg hurt me. Mythos has a terrible habit of running his mouth, doesn't he? I ignore the flare of awareness in the pit of my stomach as I look closely at Varg's face. They are the same height and build, but that is not so strange. I lean in closer still so that I can look past the shape of his mask. His eyes are the same. They are Fritz's eyes. I can no longer deny everything Sir Mythos and Dolora have told me. The man standing before me is both Fritz and a stranger. One of the people I thought I knew best, but now knew nothing about. You are Fritz's curse, but I have not heard of a fairy tale that involves two people sharing one body. Yeah? You really brushed up on your fairy tales. Varg's voice is suddenly lower, a low growl in his throat. I feel a shiver run up my spine. I try to run away, only to have my attempt thwarted by Varg, who stops me by reaching out to grab my arm. You cannot hurt me, even if you wanted to. Fritz would never... Oh, but I'm not Fritz. Your sad little puppy knight might worship the ground you walk on. He might sit and beg for even a single scrap of your attention. But guess what? I'm not your dog. He abruptly releases me and turns swiftly on his heels before walking away, footsteps smooth. For a moment, I stand there shocked. How could he insult Fritz in such a manner if they are the same person? How could a curse change Fritz into someone like Varg? Defend Fritz. Fritz is not a dog. Really now? How much do you know about your precious knight? I try to say something, but nothing comes out. It is true that I do not know much about him. You know nothing about him, so stop pretending you do. Varg continues to walk forward, ever so slowly, but I remain rooted in place. Eventually, he whirls around and looks at me. Any day now, princess. I study his expression and his body language, while his glaring might have made me nervous earlier. It does not faze me now. All this time, I've been uneasy about you, even though it's your mission to keep me safe. But if that's the case, why do you seek to frighten and overpower me at every turn? I raise my eyebrows at him, then take a confident step forward. This time, it is Varg that shrinks away from me. Does having to answer to Sir Mythos and Sir Alacaster chafe at you, Varg? If it does, perhaps you are more similar to Fritz than you think. Varg's hands clench over his cane as he glowers at me. You always talk about that idiot. Do you know how sick I am of hearing... What? Do you know how sick I am of hearing about him? You want to know the truth, Lucetta? You're wondering how two personalities can share the same body? Well, sure, magic was the catalyst, but the other part of the magic? Well, that was all Fritz. What? You think Fritz is some great, honorable knight? Well, if that was true, his intentions would not be good to the core. And then, you know what? I wouldn't exist. What is he suggesting? Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. There's already something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. No, you're wrong. Fritz, twisted and dark? I don't believe it. I think I know Fritz and Gerald a lot better than you do, Lucetta. Don't think I act this way of my own free will. At least, not completely. I have these compulsions. The spark in Fritz's eyes is dangerous. His eyes suddenly seem out of focus as he stares at me, his gaze glassy. His expression suddenly twists. He becomes something dark and anguished. He doubles over on the ground with a pained gasp. You are meant to be asleep. Who is he talking to? I watch in horror as Varg's body is eclipsed by a slow-moving shadow. The darkness envelops his body, and all I can do is stare in shock as this figure fades into a black silhouette. Before I can decide whether to go to his side or not, the shadows tumble with a falling cloak. I immediately recognize the man standing before me. Fritz. Princess, what are we doing here? You don't remember? Fritz places a hand on my head and cringes. I see him stumble slightly as he slowly rises. I'm not sure. I remember falling asleep. Then there was this distant pain that I woke up to. And now I'm suddenly here with you? Did Fritz's emotions somehow trigger... did Varg's emotions somehow trigger Fritz into waking? I'm sorry, princess. My mind is a little foggy. I don't understand what's going on right now. Fritz shakes his head before turning to look at me with a tired, faint smile. Perhaps I'll feel better once I get some rest. You're right, let's go back. I feel the tenseness come back into my body as I remember all the things that transpired at the march-in. The building is dim at night and looks more like a place of shadows than anything else. I clench my hands into fists and try not to shake. They intended to hurt me. They wanted me to suffer. My heart hardens into something cold and sharp as ice. Their kindness was a lie. Mother taught me people were like this. I should have listened to her. I finally turn away from the march-in with conviction. I'm not meant to stay there. I must go back to where I belong. Lucetta, are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Your personal maid left last night? Yes. Is it true that you caught her trying to steal one of your dolls? Why would I lie about that? I'm sorry. Why? Because she betrayed your trust. Impossible. I did not trust her in the first place. But wasn't she with you for years? Yes. And you were not at all saddened by her sudden change of heart. She saw the opening to take something from me and took it. I am not surprised nor sad. It was to be expected. All people use others to take things that they want. Princess, why are we here? He really doesn't remember anything about last night. I guess his memories must truly be separated from Varg's. I've been trying to remember, but my memories feel like they've slipped through my fingers. Why won't you talk to me, princess? If I said or did something wrong yesterday, I'm sorry. You did nothing wrong, Fritz. He was the one at fault, not you. When I open my mouth to tell him about Varg, I find that the words are stuck in my throat. I turn away for a few moments, the gloom settling back on my shoulders. But after hearing what Varg says, I do not have the courage to tell him. Not yet. You think Fritz is some great honorable knight. Well, if that was true, his intentions would need to be good to the core. And then you know what? I wouldn't exist. Can't make something from nothing. Some part of your precious Fritz became me, princess. And there was always something dark and twisted in his soul. The curse just brought it to life, and now here I am. Why won't you look at me? have I been a fool to so blindly trust Fritz all this time too? Princess, you're here. Sir Mythos, the preparations are complete. You are now free to enter your old home. Sir Mythos pushes open the gates and walks through. I take a deep breath and then follow after him. I have so many emotions inside of me right now that I cannot even begin to... parse? I think I struggled with this word last time too. Peruse? Is that how you spell peruse? Maybe. Through them. Before I take more than a few steps forward, Fritz's fingers curl around my wrist. Princess, what is happening? The look in his eyes is familiar. He wears the same concern and worry for me that he always does. He seems every bit himself, but he is no longer the same person to me. I'm going home, Fritz. I pull my arm away from his grasp and follow Sir Mythos into the palace without looking back. Chapter 6. Well, this is a great spot to stop because we need to check out these rat-a-tats. Nope. No shinies. No shinies. We are 100 away from hitting 3,000 resets now. Tell me the story again. Do you never get tired of the story, love? Please. Well, since you asked so nicely, once upon a time, there was a queen who had a daughter that she loved very much. But the kingdom the queen ruled was a cruel and mean place. The people were liars and thieves, and it was terrible and dangerous. The queen knew that the kingdom would never be safe for her beloved daughter if she did not work to change it. So the queen worked day and night with magic. Hush, dear. So the queen worked day and night and used her magic to take the bad people's energy from them so they couldn't cheat and steal and lie. And then the queen made sure that that energy would stay with her and her beloved daughter so nothing could harm them ever again. And the queen and her daughter lived happily ever after. There are 2 days remaining until my 18th birthday. That's a weird way to phrase. I'll be 18 in 2 days. 2 days remaining. I've been living in the palace for the last few months, and while it is not what I expected, it is still not so dissimilar that I am uncomfortable. I get to stay in my own room, and I'm served the same food as the occupants of the palace. Only now, I am not expected to share my meals with the king and his family. It was strange that nobody ever asked who I am, not even the king, but that doesn't matter. What is important is I am back in the palace. Only a witch like Sir Mythos could have orchestrated all of this. Magic was all I needed to bring you back here. Convenient, isn't it? Who exactly are you, Sir Mythos? What is a witch like you doing here in the palace? I am your mother's faithful servant, your highness. But I do not recall ever seeing you until after mother passed away. I did not work within the palace at the time, but once your mother passed, I took a job here to fulfill her wish to protect you. I was consumed with worry when you disappeared all those months ago. I suspected immediately that you were cursed and that the Lucis bearer had acted to keep you concealed from me. If only you could understand the relief I felt when I heard that Fritz has found you. How will you prove that you're not like the people at the margin? That you will not lie to me or betray me? Sir Mythos kneels in front of me and places a hand over his heart. I made a promise to my queen that I would give you my undying loyalty, princess. I would protect you with my life. Him saying that does little to convince me I can trust him. Everything I am doing is in service to my queen and my princess. So what is it that mother requires me to do? Patience. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise. Sir Mythos claims he is mother's faithful servant, that should be enough reason for me to trust him, but I am still on edge. What is the surprise he has in store for me? My thoughts drift back to the occupants of the margin. They kept saying that they cared about me, yet I have not heard from them at all. Even Rod, who lives here, I barely ever see him, and Fritz. Since I returned to the palace, I have been seeing less and less of Fritz and more of Varg. In the beginning, I continuously asked Fritz about his memories of specific days. Of the times when he was Varg, Fritz never seemed to recall anything. He just smiled at me sheepishly and told me that his age was probably making his memories worse. Fritz isn't even that old. Since then, things have changed. I no longer bother asking Fritz about things he surely does not remember. Fritz does not remember anything related to Varg, yet Varg retains all his memories of Fritz. I know I should tell Fritz about Varg, but it is the fear that he won't believe me. But also something much worse. I am worried that whatever is inside of Fritz will only lash out at me, the part of him that Varg came from. If I were Fritz, I would not be able to believe it either. I look towards my shelf of dolls, unable to shake my feelings of disquiet. The dolls are the same as always. Their glassy gaze focus on nothing and everything. It looks so empty without... No, I do not miss her. I do not miss anyone. Right? We'll go for about another 45 minutes. The sound of footsteps pulls me out of my thoughts. Who else is wandering the halls at this time of night? I am unable to restrain my curiosity, and the emotion soon drives me from my room and out into the hallway. I gingerly follow the faded footsteps down the hall, and there I see two familiar people, Sir Mythos and Sir Alacaster. I'm growing impatient. 2 days is an insignificant amount of time when you've already waited this long. I've been waiting for years. The princess is safe and will continue to be safe, just as you have required. Our agreement was clear, Sir Alacaster. I will not help you until after the princess turns 18. I would remember the sort of aid you have requested of me. What prevents us from killing Gennaro now? A small gasp comes from my mouth, and I am unable to muffle it in time, despite the fact that I hold my hands up to my lips to keep myself from shouting. I stop breathing, even as my mind whirls. Kill the king? Why would Sir Alacaster and Sir Mythos want to do that? That sound... Do not try and distract me. What do we lose by acting now? We could lose everything if we act too hasty. I think it would do you good to learn some patience from your son. Varg, Sir Alacaster. Varg, what a pleasant surprise. Mythos smirks as Varg moves to stand just off to the side of the two men, his expression solemn. I trust that you tamed Fritz. What are you talking about? Have you not noticed? Even when your own son is being overwhelmed, Varg is gaining control slowly but surely. He no longer has to wait for Fritz's consciousness to descend into sleep. In a few weeks, perhaps even days, Varg may be able to help us during the day. Then that is why I only see Varg at night. if he can act during the day as well. What will happen to Fritz? I hope you're not trying to avoid your mission by staying here. How curious. Perhaps Fritz is stronger than you think. That weakling, don't make me laugh. I just find this extremely boring. Varg shrugs before walking away. How interesting. I do not approve of his methods. What would you have me do to improve him? He's completed every task you gave him. He has softened. Well, let us see if he completes this task. Then we will know for certain where his loyalties lie. As Sir Mythos and Sir Alacaster begin to walk away, I exhale. I feel a slight shudder when Sir Mythos stops and gazes behind him, his eyes wandering to my hiding place at the end of the hall. My heart thuds loudly in my ears as I wait to hear him leave. The wind has a bitter chill tonight, like ice. Mythos turns on his heels with a slight twitch of his lips before he disappears. I make my way back to my room in a daze. My whole body feels weak, and when I eventually get to my bed, I crash down on it. Feeling numb. They mean to kill the king, but why? Sir Alacaster and Sir Mythos are two of the most important trusted advisors. What could the king have done to make them desire his death? Why does Sir Mythos want to wait until I'm 18? What happens then? Does this have anything to do with that gift he was talking about? Does Sir Mythos plan on using me for something? I clench my hands into fists and inhale sharply. I think of the other things that came up in the conversation. They said that Varg might be able to act during the day soon. Does that mean Fritz will disappear? My breath catches in my throat at the thought. Princess, there's no need to look at me like that. It's my job to know, Princess. And right now, I know something's not right. It is your job to protect me. Knowing me is a very different thing. Princess, please, perhaps you should worry more about yourself. My job as a knight is to protect my charge, to put their life before mine. If I can't protect you, how can I call myself a knight? Fritz reaches out as if to touch me, but I shrink away. Do not touch me. Sorry, Princess, just please know I'm always here if you need to talk. If Fritz disappears, what will happen? I almost jump when I hear someone shouting just outside my door. Quickly, Emily. Rod? I quickly stand up and move towards my door, pulling it open to catch a glimpse of the outside. I end up opening the door into Rod's face. He comes to an abrupt stop and glares at the door that's blocked his straight path. His hand is outstretched, as if he meant to reach for my door. Rod? Emily? It's so late. What are you doing outside your room? Rod's fingers tighten over Emily's hand. They both look exhausted, and Emily is on the verge of tears. What is happening? Rod seems to consider something before he finally comes to a silent conclusion. His eyes glare right into mine. Get out of the way. Rod's voice is colder than usual, even for him. Emily's eyes widen as she stares at him in shock. Rod, but I thought... This isn't the time. So here's where the rabbits escaped. Varg is slowly making his way over towards us. His posture relaxed, expression indifferent. He does not even look winded. Well, this is a complication. Help them. Is this the mission Sir Alacaster was referring to? Rod tugs at Emily's wrist to prompt her into motion, but the two of them are too slow. In one swift movement, Varg circles them and traps Emily, toppling her to the floor. Varg moves forward to grab her, but before he can so much as touch her, I jump into action, pushing Varg to the side. I move to stand between Emily and Varg. I can hear Rod helping his sister up, but my eyes are trained on Varg. What are you going to do to them? Why do you care? Why do I care? Because I know this isn't something Fritz would do. Varg hesitates, giving Rod time to act. Rod throws a vial that breaks upon impact. It releases a cloud of smoke that envelops everything around it. I feel someone's fingers on my wrists, and then I am being dragged away. When my vision clears, I see Emily standing before me, holding my wrist tightly. Come on, what was that? It was something Lady Parfait made for our escape. Our escape? Did you really think the marching gave up on you? We must move. We run towards the palace tunnels, a place I have not visited in many years. I thought they barricaded this. Not quite. Do you think we lost him? No, not yet. Emily turns to me, her eyebrows drawn over her eyes in a look of sympathy. I'm so sorry you got caught up in this. I know that we were all meant to escape together according to Rod, but we're not expecting it to be like this. It was difficult to get a hold of you with Varg hanging around. But thank you for what you did back there. I do not know what I would have done if you hadn't helped us. I am suddenly uncomfortable speaking to her, so I turn to face Rod instead. What does Varg want with you? My best guess is he wants us dead. That can't be. How else would you explain the way he came after us, Em? But why would he want you dead? Rod's bright eyes seem fierce in the darkness of the tunnels. I think it must be what his master wants. After all, dogs only respond to orders. I'm offended, Prince. You. I whirl around, dread rising in my chest as I turn to look at Varg, who is slowly catching up to us. This was meant to be quick. Varg looks at me, his eyes glittering with amusement. But as always, you complicate things, Princess. I cannot hide how much I am trembling, but I still hold out my arm to protect my siblings. Go. Not without you. Go, now. Come on. I turn back to Varg as the two flee. My body tenses as I wait for Varg to move. I will stop him, or at least buy them some more time. But Varg remains still as a statue. He remains rooted on the spot. I have no idea how long we stand there, frozen in place. You never cease to amaze me. So, what's going to happen now? Or are you going to kill them? He's not answering. Does that mean I'm right? Is that what Sir Alacaster ordered you to do? Why else would I be here if not for an order? Why would he want you to kill Rod and Emily? Why does he want to kill the king? You overheard quite a bit, huh? Probably a little more than you should have. The tension in the air becomes palpable, and it becomes harder to breathe. Varg's fingers switch on his cane. He won't hurt me, would he? Varg moves, and for a few moments I am frozen with terror. Then a word I have forgotten long ago suddenly comes to my lips, unburdened. A word that Fritz once told me before. Aduvia. This time it is Varg that freezes. He raises his cane, but it never comes down. His eyes are wild even though he hasn't moved. Suddenly he looks as if he is restraining himself. I can see the struggle on his controlled expression, and then I realize that he is fighting to stay in control. It worked? I remain still for another moment, mind racing. Varg drops to his knees, and I see the shadows form beneath him. Tendrils of darkness snake their way up his body, beginning to engulf him. This is what happened last time when he changed back into Fritz. There's still awareness in Varg's eyes, however. His gaze is cold and accusatory. It remains that way even as the shadows creep their way up his face. I find my feet again, and I rush past Varg into the depths of the palace. I run, too frightened of what I might find if I look back. Are you all right? If you are truly worried about my safety, then you should have told the king how unsafe it is for me to leave the palace. Isn't that a knight's job, Sir Fritz and Gerald? Do you have so little faith in me? What? Don't you trust me to keep you safe, princess? 3 years ago, when I swore that I would give you my life for yours, I meant it. I still do. I would never let anything harm you, ever. Perhaps I need to make another promise to you, princess, so that it may ease your worries. Remember this carefully, okay? Aduvia. What does that mean? It's from an old language no one speaks anymore. It's what people used to say when they were calling for help. Something to call when I need help. If for any reason I'm not there and you need me, just say the word. Scream it at the top of your lungs if you need to. I'll promise I'll come running. A knight would never break a promise to his lady. Trust in me. I have to go. I have been awake for hours, unable to sleep. I stand at my window, waiting for anything to happen. But all is still beyond the glass window pane. I have no idea what I ought to do. What is going to happen now? Should I tell someone? I return to the palace because my room still feels like the safest place, but why? Am I here because I feel I need to tell the king what happened? Because I hope that Fritz will return? I do not even know if the king is still here. I haven't seen him at all. My hand instinctively reaches out for my necklace, and I realize there's an additional piece. I look down and see a small gasp escape my lips when I notice a new piece of the glass slipper. A new piece of the slipper? But how? What was my good deed? I remember the night I helped Rod and Emily escape from Varg. That was a good deed? Princess? Fritz, I've been looking for Prince Rod and Princess Emily. Have you seen them? My eyes are beginning to sting. I am startled when I realize that there are tears burning in my eyes. What's wrong? Varg is gaining control, slowly but surely. He no longer has to wait for Fritz's consciousness to descend into sleep. In a few weeks, perhaps even days, Varg may be able to help us during the day. Can I even trust Fritz now? Fritz looks at me with a worried expression clear on his face. He draws closer to me, his hand reaching out for me. I pull back immediately. My breath catches in my throat. Princess? For a moment, I just saw Varg. What's going on? Will he believe me if I am straightforward? Something's been wrong ever since we returned to the palace. Princess, please, Fritz clenches his hands into fists. His face twists with obvious pain. Please, let me help you. Doubt him? I doubt you can. My chest begins to ache and my heart feels heavy. You never believe me. There is a certainty in Fritz's eyes that was not there before. He looks at me with fierce determination. Try me. I sigh and rub my hand over my eyes. You are cursed. His silence is all the response I need. I knew this would happen. I knew he would not believe me. Princess, we've talked about this before, but what exactly are you seeing that makes you so firmly believe that? I eye him wearily. Will he listen to me? You are cursed with an alternate personality, a cruel one. I've known him for months now. Varg, well, you, Fritz, were going to kill Rod and Emily last night. He reaches out to rest his hand on top of mine on the windowsill. His determination has dwindled into uncertainty. You don't believe me? I believe you, Princess. I can see it in your eyes, Fritz. You doubt me. I do not doubt you, princess. I'm just confused. How could I not know about the existence of an alternate personality, or about a curse inflicted upon me? I pulled my hand away from him and crossed to the other side of my room, so that my bed acts as a barrier between us. But Varg knows you. How is it possible that Varg is so aware of you when you do not even know he exists? I begin to pace, my emotions whirling. And how am I to trust you when you won't even trust me? I knew you weren't going to believe me. How could I have been so stupid to think that you would? Princess. He begins to move towards me, but I stop him in his tracks with a single glare. Don't. Silence descends upon my room. When I finally look at Fritz again, the man I see is strange. Gone is the Fritz that I once knew, and standing in his place is nothing but a shadow. I thought he'd be different. He showed me so much kindness and pretended to care, yet Mother was right. Mother's always right. I feel a dull ache in my chest as I turn on my heels to look away from Fritz. This is what happens when you trust in someone. This is what happens when you begin to believe in others. I gasp when I feel strong arms wrap around me from behind. I can feel Fritz's warm breath against the back of my neck. It sends shivers down my spine. Let me go, Fritz. No, I order you to let me go. But Fritz only tightens his grasp. While the warm embrace is suffocating, it is also oddly comforting. Sorry, princess, I cannot be ordered to leave you like this. I swore an oath to you and made a promise to myself that I would always stand by your side. No matter how much you pushed me away, I will always be there for you. From the day I was assigned to you, I saw how much you suffered. That's why I will protect you with everything I am. I bite my lip as I struggle to keep myself from crying. How could I trust Fritz's words when Varg has done nothing but cause suffering to everyone around me? But it seems like I've been the one to cause you so much pain. He loosens his arms until I am no longer in his embrace. I suddenly feel cold and empty, but I do not move towards Fritz again. His voice is very soft when he speaks again. I'm sorry. I do not look up when he leaves. You cannot rely on anyone but yourself. You cannot trust anyone but yourself. How could I have forgotten that? It's been a while since we saved, so we'll save really quick. If I had been able to have my way, I would not have left my room at all. After everything that has happened, I do not think I want to know what Sir Mythos's request is. I'm also worried about the so-called wonderful gift he wants to show me. Perhaps he means to kill me along with the king. Surely I would be more alarmed at this empathy. Okay, check Pokemon really quick. And no. Stretch. We'll go for about another 25 minutes. Yet for some reason, I only feel numb. I do not acknowledge Varg when he enters the room. Princess, I'd ask what you're thinking about, but it's written all over your face. Excuse me. That, and I happen to have the memories of it too. Poor princess, your knight in shining armor turned out to be less of a hero than you thought. Stop it. Hurts, doesn't it? Well, I did tell you. I wonder why you're so surprised. Varg, I think you are annoying our princess, Varg. Sir Mythos's presence for once is actually a relief. He bows to me, but I no longer believe the smile on his face. Princess, you have my utmost sincere thanks for agreeing to meet me at such a late notice. What is it that you want to show me, Sir Mythos? Actually, answer me first, as it has been troubling me for some time. Why do you want to kill the king? I see we have much to talk about. Let us walk and talk, if you do not mind. Sir Mythos looks at Varg. Do not disturb us, Varg. Varg disappears back into whatever shadow he'd emerged from as Sir Mythos and I make our way back into the hall. It seems my suspicions were correct. You did overhear Alacaster and I the other night, didn't you? Princess, I must assure you that I have nothing but your best wishes at heart. It is not that I wish to remove your father from power. That is Sir Alacaster's desire. Is that what Jiren spoke of all those months ago? Did she discover Sir Alacaster's motives only to be discharged from the order as a result? Why did you agree to help him? I required Sir Alacaster's assistance for a certain thing. It was a mutual benefit decision for the both of us to work together. But do not worry, I have never had any intention of going through with your father's murder. Is that why you were delaying him until after my birthday? Sir Mythos' smile is almost genuine. My princess is wise, just like her mother. I realize that Sir Mythos has led me into the secret tunnels. Where are you taking me? My princess is also impatient, just like her mother. The impudence of this man. You said Varg answers to you, but he also carries Sir Alacaster's orders. It was Sir Alacaster's desire to take over Angelia as cleanly as he could. He sought to accomplish that by killing those with a claim to the throne. So Rod and Emily. But I was never going to let him kill you. In exchange for ensuring your safety, Sir Alacaster required, among other things, a servant, so I provided him with one. Sir Alacaster needed someone that could remain close to him, hidden in plain sight, so to speak. He also required that they have skills of a trained knight. Sir Fritz was capable of guarding you, my princess, but he was not capable of carrying out Sir Alacaster's orders. But why go to such lengths to curse Fritz? Princess. Sir Mythos focuses his intense gaze on me. Something dangerous and bright shimmers in his eyes. I shrink back. Any threat to your life has to be removed. Besides, I'm under the impression that your loyal knight would be happy to sacrifice part of himself in order to become the perfect guardian. What do you gain from doing all this? I require something from you, something only you can provide. It is something I had to wait for, as you needed to be 18 in order to give it to me. I have been preparing this gift for you for a long time, my princess. It is the gift of resurrection. I will bring back the queen. What? Will you help me? Mother is dead. Okay, we keep clicking the load. We keep clicking the good answers, so we need to click some bad answers so we can actually get the bad ending. What do I need to help you with? Mother can be brought back? How is that possible? The queen has been sleeping to heal the injuries inflicted upon her during the Great War. It is a fabricated death. Had I not been there, your mother may have truly been dead. But now the time has come for her to wake. But you are the only one that can open her eyes. How can I do this? My princess, you are the heir to more than just the kingdom of Angelia. Queen Hildur was the bearer of the crystalline tenebrium, one of the 2 crystallums of Angelia. What? As her daughter, you are the next bearer. You are destined to be a great witch, just like your mother. My mother? A witch? Impossible. It is the truth. You were so young then, my princess, and the world was so cruel to you. Why do I not remember any of this? The queen sought to protect you and shroud your memories of the pain you suffered at the hands of humans. Is this why the people of Angelia despise and fear me? But once you turn to 18, you will inherit the full abilities of the tenebrium bearer. With that power, we can revive your mother. Is that not what you've been dreaming of since you lost her? I spent all these years wishing for Mother to return. Mother was the only person I could trust, the only one I have ever truly loved me. And now I can bring her back? I have made my decision. Tell me what I must do. Sir Mythos smiles and steps aside. Behind him is a large rusty door. Come with me. Mother, she is still as beautiful as the day she became one with the tenebrium. Sir Mythos reverently strokes his hand across the tenebrium as if caressing Mother's face. These last 4 years, I have come to visit her as much as I possibly can. But I cannot wait to see her beauty grace the halls of the palace once more. Sir Mythos turns to me. Place your hand on the tenebrium. Wait, before I do this, can you promise me that Sir Alacaster's plan will not succeed? My princess, Sir Alacaster must be punished for what he forced Fritz to become, and for everything he has made you do. Swear to me that you will ensure the safety of the royal family. Very well, I swear. The clock tower chimes, the bells echo in the chamber, the sounds dull and eerie. Sir Mythos's eyes flash as he gestures his hands wildly. Now, princess, now! The air in the room becomes cold, so cold I actually feel my body becoming icy. I feel something like dread in the pit of my stomach, but ignore it. Is this what Mother would want me to do? Mother, I have missed you so much. I willingly raise my hands to the tenebrium. I place my hands over my mother's face, effectively framing it. Her expression is gentle, even in her unnatural sleep. She would be so proud of me. The tenebrium is freezing beneath my fingertips at first, but it steadily becomes warm as the clock continues counting down to 12. The warmer the tenebrium grows, the colder my body feels. It feels like it is sapping all my energy. Like the tenebrium is feeding off of me. The pain starts slowly. It's creeping up and out until it's flooding my entire body. I attempt to twist my body away from the tenebrium's surface, but my hands are stuck. I turn to Sir Mythos for help, but there's nothing but crazy glee in his smile. Yes, yes! His eyes are focused on the crystallized form of my mother. I become dimly aware of the tears that are beginning to fall from my eyes. I cannot go on like this. My vision starts to blur until I feel myself falling into endless darkness. Mother? Yes, my sweet? What are you doing? I am planning, dearest one. Mother has to be ready for when she takes over Angelia. But doesn't Father rule Angelia? Oh, sweet. Father will soon be too tired to rule. Mother will rule for him. And when you are grown, you shall follow in my footsteps. I will make Angelia a kingdom to behold, my darling. You will never be hurt, and no one shall deny you anything. The people will bend to your whim and will behave as they ought to. There be no bad people? No, dearest one, there will be no bad people in our kingdom. I will make sure of that. Chapter 7. We actually are getting kind of far. I was not expecting to get to chapter 7 today. Opening my eyes and moving my body is a struggle. I feel sluggish and numb, and there is a suffocating heat in my chest that makes it difficult to breathe. When I finally do rise, my thoughts are tangled and confused. Where am I? She lives. I turn my head just in time to see Varg rise from a chair just to the side of my bed. Has he been sitting there watching me? And he's not wearing his mask. What are you doing here? You've been out for a week, princess. A week? I think I would know how long you've been playing Sleeping Beauty. After all, I've been here the whole time. Varg quickly clears his throat before gazing down at me, an exasperated expression on his face. Do you remember what happened? Memories suddenly fled through my mind. They are fragmented, but together they create a startling picture. Sir Mythos, in a room. 12 chimes of the clock, my 18th birthday, the tenebrium, and mother! I sit up immediately, only to succumb to a wave of nausea and dizziness. Much to my surprise, Varg reaches out to steady me, his grip firm but gentle. Slow down, princess. You're not ready to fight me yet. What time is it? Almost dawn. Will he become Fritz again in a few hours? Or have I lost Fritz forever? Would you believe me if I told you Fritz doesn't want to see you? The awareness of my last conversation with Fritz hits me full force. After what happened the last time we spoke, I'm not surprised that Fritz does not want to come see me. He was too ashamed to face you. I have no idea Fritz would react the way he did to your words. I have most of his stronger memories. Not all of them, but most. I thought he'd have most of mine too, but I guess that's not the case. What memories do you have? None of your business. The expression on his face is clouded. For a few moments, he is silent, thoughtful. In the beginning, they were mostly of you. What? Varg glances away. I notice the way his fingers drum uneasily on his cane and stares. I've never seen Fritz look like this. I carefully slide my way over to the edge of my bed, allowing my feet to dangle to the floor. Fritz cares about you, princess. Take my word for it, if no one else's. Why is he suddenly telling me this? Will I never see him again, or has he lost to you? Varg flinches back from me, taking a few steps back to put some distance between the two of us. I cannot say. I watch Varg closely. I'd never noticed before, but Varg's emotions are very clear if you know what to look for. Press him. You can't say or you won't say, princess. The gentleness with which he says my title makes me think of Fritz. However, just as I'm beginning to hear Fritz's voice through him, his demeanor changed once again. The vulnerable man disappears and is replaced by the usual facade. Varg straightens and glares at me. He displays this confidence to hide his true emotions. It seems like he's wearing two masks. You are more like Fritz than you care to admit. Fritz would never harm me. Varg snarls, but he no longer intimidates me. Fritz this, Fritz that. All you ever talk about is that idiot, even though I've been the one by your side this entire time. Fritz is nothing compared to me. Then why do you feel threatened by him? My words render Varg speechless. I dimly notice the pattern of red drawn scattered across my room. The sun is almost up. I look back at Varg, my eyes seeking Fritz. Varg moves, his eyes fierce as he closes the distance between us. Adi. Varg presses his lips to mine, effectively stifling the rest of the word. I've only a moment to gasp out for breath before Varg kisses me again, more deeply. I raise my hands to push him away for a brief second, my mind hazes over in shock. Varg takes advantage of my confusion and moves forward again, an unreadable expression in his eyes as he leans over me. I try to pull away, but Varg tangles his hand in my hair, tilting my head back to press his lips firmly against mine once more. No, this is not right. I tremble as his free hand swipes down my back and eventually comes to rest on my waist. Why is he kissing me? He doesn't even like me. Anger clears my mind. I ball my fists and push him away. His eyes are bright and out of focus when I am able to look at them. His chest betrays his labored breathing. I wipe the back of my hand against my mouth as I glare at Varg. I do not trust myself to speak without screaming at him. Sorry. Sorry. I didn't mean to wake you. I'm sorry. I know, I didn't mean to. I was trying to change how I was sitting. Come here. Well, sit over there then. Sit and be upset. Incoherence slowly starts to filter back into his gaze. I can see the awareness in his gaze, along with guilt. I suddenly realize that my cheeks are now wet with tears. Why am I crying? Varg takes a step towards me, and though he does not utter a single word, I can see from his body language that he means to apologize. He reaches a hand out as if to touch my face. No. I move back and close my eyes. You want out? There you go. Aduvia. Lucetta? I quickly open my eyes when I hear the familiar voice and watch as Fritz quickly rushes to my side and kneels in front of me. His hands cup my face as his thumbs brush against my cheeks, wiping away the tears that I cannot stop. What did he do, Princess? Fritz. I feel suddenly overwhelmed, like there's too much whirling in my mind. I am not sure how long we sit there together. It feels short, like a single moment, but it could have been an eternity. I'm sorry, Princess. I shake my head in an attempt to clear my fractured thoughts. Fritz frowns, but his expression clears as he brushes my hair away from my face. His fingertips gently trace my cheeks as he speaks. I failed as your knight. I should have never left you alone that night. I could have stopped all of this from happening. All I've done is cause you pain. And this past week has been hell. I didn't know if you'll wake up or if I'll be able to... What? Or if I'd be able to be with you when you did. He looks at me, his expression grim. And I wasn't there when you did. Varg was. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to just slap your ear. You finally know about him? Fritz nods as he gives me a pained smile. No apology could ever be enough to excuse what I did to you. I doubted you that night because I thought you were just saying the impossible. I wondered how I could be cursed without knowing about it. But now I hate myself for treating you the way I did. Now I'm getting messed up on which buttons to click. I must have put you through so much suffering because I did not believe you. I know I have never been worthy of you, but now I have betrayed the trust you had in me. He drops his hand and pulls away from me. I don't think I have the right to be called your knight. I reach out and grab his hand without thinking. Don't say that. Fritz looks at me in shock. His wide-eyed gaze only makes me feel embarrassed. I have to force myself to keep from floundering. What is your issue? Huh? What is your issue, little one? You're drooling. He's missing a few teeth, so sometimes if he gets really into his sleep, he'll start drooling. Yep, your face is slightly wet. After a long moment, Fritz managed to smile at me. It's small, but genuine. I don't deserve your kindness. Kindness, is that what this is? We sit together in silence for some time, enjoying each other's calming presence. My room is quiet as the sun steadily starts to rise. I think we're gonna call it here, though. I do need to start getting ready for what I need to do later today. And I also need to eat, or at least make food beforehand. So, thank you for joining. I am hoping next Wednesday I don't have any work issues, so we'll be able to actually stream Wednesday. And I think we'll definitely finish Fritz's bad ending, but we might also start Rumple's story if we have enough time, or if I want to. But otherwise, I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I will see you all next week. Bye.